7.7 The City. We got a very special show and a very exciting show for me. Very first episode of the new Wave. So welcome to Wave 3 Radio. Tune in every Thursday for The Wave with all your exclusive content on music, sports, merch, fashion. No other better way to break off this first episode than somebody who's very prominent in the vintage game, in the resale markets, Mr. Lame Vintage himself. What's up, bro?
Bro, appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Good, bro. Just chilling, man. I'm excited for the show. First episode, I was like, man. So for those of you who don't know, me and Lame go way back, bro. Man, we used to work
5 years, 6 years,
6+ years, something like that, bro.
Bro.
So we started off working at Champs together in the shoe game. So
we did, yeah.
I got hired as an assistant manager. He was an assistant manager.
I was ahead of him, so I was like kind of training you.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. We kicked it off, bro. It was dope that we ran that store,
bro. For real.
It
was for those of you who don't know, it was an outlet downtown. Shout out to Ben Valdez, the manager. We were there for a hot little minute, man. Enjoying the shoe game and just
a lot of fun, bro. Shoes every week.
Yeah, bro. That's my favorite thing to do. Just break open a fresh box of freshly shipped shoes.
That was fun, bro. Yeah, and you got to see behind the scenes on how the shoe culture was back then.
Dude, for real.
The shoe culture back then was hot, bro.
Yeah, I give a lot of props and for what that game taught me, and now
definitely.
The whole
bro, I use it in my
every day, everyday
in
daily
Lane Vintage.
stuff.
I use it in there, bro. Which is crazy.
It's a trip, bro. So going on Lane Vintage, bro. So how did you get into the whole vintage and resale world?
Well, vintage itself, bro. I got the love for it off of my little cousin. Bro, one day I just seen him wearing this badass shirt. I forgot what it was. I think it was like a Pink Floyd or something, man. And I was like, dude, that's a badass shirt. Where'd you get it? He was like, oh, I got it at the flea market I think it was at the flea market. He said he paid $2-3 for it.
Yeah,
and
Pink Floyd,
dude, it was a banger, bro. It just looked sick.
Did he say what flea market?
Alamo.
Yeah,
Alamo.
Shout out Bronco 956.
Yeah.
And I'm playing.
Dude, yeah, and I told him, I was like, dude, I want it. And then he was just he was like, I'll sell it to you. I was thinking $10, $15. Dude, he came out with I'll sell it to you for 150. And I was just like, what? Dude, that's wild. And then from there I was just like, nah, I'm gonna chill. That's a lot of money for a shirt.
For real.
I was okay with spending 150 on shoes at the time, but not 150 on a shirt.
Bro, the profit margin on that,
it's
bro.
wild, man. I mean, turning $2-3 to 100 is crazy.
Bro. It's the whole culture itself between shoes and pop culture and music has really funneled into this weird curation of what we have now, the vintage styles, the music.
It really has, man. Styles all that in retro general stuff. Retro stuff is with the colors, bro. Putting different brands together. It's wild, man.
Where do you think that comes from, though, bro? Is it just nostalgic, us just growing up in the 90s?
It's nostalgia. Yeah, nostalgia sells, bro. And if people get that reminiscent feeling of oh, when I was a kid, I remember this.
Yeah.
And it'll take them back to a certain memory that gets unlocked, and they'll think it'll put them back in that time.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
And that's what they love about this.
It's crazy, man.
It's wild.
So how long have you been doing this whole vintage game? When did you start?
So with that story with my cousin, that was probably about 5 years ago.
Okay.
And from then I was like, let me see what's in my closet. I didn't know.
Yeah.
And sure enough, I had 3 or 4 shirts that was already in my closet that were, $50-$60 shirts.
Yeah.
And then from there it just turned into unlocking all the people that I started following. There was things called pop-up markets that were going on, and I was like, oh, let me go check that one out. Let me go check this out. And there was vendors they had racks of clothes, of t-shirts, of pants, of everything. I would go check it out, and I would just spend, I don't know, $30-$40, and I would come out with 3-4 outfits.
That's crazy.
And I was like, oh man, that's so sick, right? And then that ended up turning into having too much stuff.
Yeah.
Can I curse on here?
We prefer not.
Let's not. Okay.
Friendly, yeah.
All right, let's do it. Okay.
Kid friendly.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I just had too much stuff, and then at the point, COVID hit.
Yeah.
We were in the house for months, and then finally I was just like, let me just start posting some of this.
Yeah.
Like the same pages that I was started following.
Yeah.
I got inspiration from them, and I was like, let me show off the stuff that I have collected in these past 6 months.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
then it just started Lame Vintage, man. I just came up with the idea. And
It was
like,
really
let's
more
put it
during
up.
COVID then, you think?
It was COVID that popped it off, bro.
Bro,
to be
so that's a
honest.
crazy thing, because like even for a lot of people like starting business, everybody during COVID, like so much free time on your hands.
really
Like, how
was.
can I be more creative with
Yeah,
myself?
COVID. I mean, bro, you're stuck in the house for 2 months,
Bro.
3 months, if anything. Like,
Just cultivating
no job.
ideas,
Yeah, bro,
just-
ideas. Watching people. The Instagram Live was the big
Yeah.
thing. Like, so I would get on. Me and my wife, we would get on Instagram Live, and dude, we would get up from 7 in the morning all the way up until 8, 9
No shit.
at night. Just watch. He goes by 1980 Co
Okay.
on Instagram, and dude, he would do. It was called a virtual flea. So it was like a virtual flea market.
flea market,
Yes,
yeah,
he
yeah.
would get different vendors.
Uh-huh.
They would go on live all day throughout the day, and they would just start auctioning off their vintage shirts, bro.
Dude, that's crazy.
And-
How many people are in these rooms when you're going
Oh
live?
man, I mean, it would depend on how big the following was for that person and just stuff like that. But
Yeah.
dude, you would see 50, 60, 100 people like
Just
and-
in a
and
live
just in
auction
a live
setting,
bro.
just bidding through the chat
just
or what?
bidding on their phone.
Damn,
all day.
bro.
And I remember we seen one live where they hit 1,000 views, bro. Like
Just off of straight
1,000
auction,
people in
vintage
one,
auction.
yeah, in one live, just was watching them
Yeah.
go live and selling the stuff. Like,
So like especially like in the shoe game, you like people who are in the shoe game, they know other prominent resellers like
Mm-hmm.
Kais and whoever else is in the
Definitely.
shoe game
Yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah.
the influencer.
Big
Is there people like that in the
definitely.
vintage
Yeah,
world where
yeah.
it's like, like this
Dude,
person?
I mean, one of the biggest ones that I follow, he goes by Paul Cantu.
Okay.
He's out of Houston.
Okay.
And I mean, I followed his YouTube channel way before I even got into the vintage. I just seen him thrifting.
Yeah.
There's a big difference between thrifting and vintage, like, and he posts every other day, and I would follow him. And then another one, he's up in Seattle. He goes by I think it's Jeffree Star. And the Star Life,
Oh, okay.
or Jacob Star. I think Jacob Star.
I was like, Jeffree
Yeah,
Star?
no, not Jeffree Star. I call him, my bad. Jacob Star, and he goes by the Star Life. And he was a sneaker influencer, and then he got into the vintage.
That's
like,
crazy.
in the same time of the COVID time, like.
And it kind of like transitions into
Different
like the
transitions. And yeah,
same-
dude, it's always been around. It's just you just have to get that. The door has to open to you for you to get unlocked to all this stuff.
That's
like,
crazy,
with
bro.
vintage and secondhand
Yeah.
and all that stuff, man.
And how do you operate now? Like, you've been in the game for a few years already.
Now I sell out of a shop called Reminisce Vintage.
Reminisce,
It's actually
shout out-
down the street. Yeah,
shout out Reminiscence
bro.
Vintage.
That's the homie Jason. Appreciate you. So yeah, he gave me the opportunity to set up shop in his store. So I have a room to myself. So I go by Lame Vintage. The room we call it the Lame Room.
Dope,
It's a
yeah.
cool little theme and everything. The room is set up how I would want my room to be set up as a kid when I was a kid. Just stuff on the walls, toys,
You
knicks
just
and knacks, like-
curate it to your liking
yeah, exactly
and
what
style.
I like. And then of course the product that I sell is product that I've seen that's hot, that's selling, that's
Mm-hmm.
trending, and I follow the trends. What's
Yeah.
next? What are the kids liking? What are the our age group liking? And I go and curate these items, find them, and put them up on the rack, clean them, wash them, all that stuff, throw them up on the rack for sale, get a little bit.
Damn, bro. I'm sure like a lot of people like you find a lot of hidden gems, bro. Like
Oh,
stuff
there's a
that
lot.
normally would people with the untrained eye would like be like,
Definitely.
oh, it's just whatever.
Oh,
Then
and, dude,
you're looking like, dang, this is actually
Yes.
like a certain
Bro,
one
there-
stitch or
Dude,
single
yes,
stitch
exactly.
item.
So there's a lot of knowledge when it comes to the vintage game.
And how to pick,
how to
right?
pick it, how to
Yeah.
find it. Dude, there's everything. Tags on the shirts.
Yeah.
The stitching, the graphic on it, the year, the brand of that
Yeah,
the
yeah.
collar, like the different collars, the colors. There's a lot of knowledge when it comes to it. Like,
That's crazy.
And then when it break it down even more, let's just say like that Pink Floyd shirt that I
Yeah,
told
yeah.
you about with my cousin. Dude, I mean, Pink Floyd's been around for 40, 50 years, so they have different albums and
Yeah.
different times that they were hot and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So each shirt and each graphic has a different value to it and a different thing. So I guess that's one thing that excites me the most is the knowledge that I'm finding finding out with some of these things. So
Yeah.
sometimes I'll find something, I'm like, I have no idea what this is.
Yeah, you start digging
Let me
deep.
dig,
And you're like,
yeah, let me do some
"Dang,
Google research.
I got a gem
Exactly,
here.
yeah. Or sometimes it's just a dud, but it's
Yeah.
just a cool shirt.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
It's just a cool graphic. It looks cool. So yeah, man, there's a lot of stuff behind this stuff, and yeah, it's just knowledge learning.
I remember when I first started dabbling into the whole vintage game. I started watching, what was it, Slobby's World?
Slobby's World,
on
yeah.
Netflix,
Slobby
and I was
Robbie,
like,
yep.
it was like before like vintage was even a thing.
Yeah,
Like he was
definitely.
doing like the whole resale
Yeah.
and even like the bootleg items and the knockoff stuff that
Exactly.
people actually like
Yes,
for
exactly.
it being a knockoff. I was like, man, there's a whole market for people who like this stuff.
Yeah.
And I'd see them like, oh, like I'll buy it off of you for $5-10, and then somebody would come right in the door. $50, $100. I was like,
Exactly.
dang,
Exactly.
that's like quadruple. You know, that's
Yeah.
business. That's,
Exactly.
that's,
Yeah, yeah,
that's
yeah.
actual business
And,
going
and
on,
dude,
bro.
it's like that all the way around, man. There's sometimes where I just find little nicks and knacks. Yeah, like you
Yeah.
said, a bootleg Gucci shirt.
Yeah.
You know, it'll probably sell even more than the real one.
That's
Just
crazy how
because
that works.
It's vintage or it's
Yeah.
old or it's it's crazy when you put in two categories. Like it's a vintage bootleg.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they made bootlegs back in the day.
Yeah.
And it's vintage now.
That's ridiculous,
it
ain't it?
is.
Like, man, like the whole how people's taste and liking for the not real stuff is just like,
dude,
man.
and at that point, it's to each his own. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? It depends on how you want to feel and this and that. But as far as I know, I've never had anybody come up to me and be like, "Oh, those are fake." Like,
Yeah.
you know, or "Oh, that's a fake shirt." No,
Yeah.
dude, who cares? You're gonna walk by. All I've seen is everybody walk by and be like, "That's a badass shirt."
Yeah.
Those are badass shoes. Like,
Yeah.
dope. Thank you. You know what I mean?
Hell
But
yeah.
I'm not gonna. Me especially, I'm not gonna go and investigate. Take off your shoe. Let me smell it.
Hold on,
like,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like,
Let me see
bro.
the tag on it.
Exactly. Yeah. No, man. Like, and yeah, it's like that in the vintage world. Because even now, today, like they are making bootleg shirts like the one I have on.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
They're making fake ones right now.
age 'em, like they age 'em and
The
stuff.
paint that they put on it is
Yeah.
different. And they sell them as the prices of these real ones. So you still got to be, you know, on the watch to know, you know, the paint of it and stuff like that. It's out there, man.
That's
So.
crazy.
Mhm.
That's crazy. What kind of music you like listening to, bro?
Bro, I'm everywhere, man. I like all types of music: rock, Tejano, rap. Right now, it's Grupo Frontera, bro.
Ooh, shout out Grupo Frontera.
Yeah, they're on it, bro. They put the valley on the map.
Yeah,
Edinburgh,
bro, you
like,
can't even do
and-
that's a beautiful thing.
Dude, bro,
you know?
I go to the Pulga, right? I went to the
Yeah.
Pulga last Friday.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie,
Traigo un
every other
perciento.
vendor had that song playing, bro. Like, and dude, I was like, man, even when I got in my car, I put it on. I was like, yo, I gotta
Yeah,
listen to
yo,
it.
it
Yeah,
slaps.
Yeah, and then Bad Bunny comes out like, hey, like, yo, dude, it's wild, bro. Like,
What about Peso Pluma? You mess with Peso Pluma?
I'm getting into it. I'm getting
Yeah.
it. I'm not too big on like the what is like norteño.
It's
or
like it's
something,
corridos
like
tumbados,
right?
yeah.
Okay, I'm not too big on it, but I'm learning it, you know, because
Yeah.
it's everywhere.
Yeah,
it's on
yeah.
the TikToks. It's on everywhere. So that, right? Like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
out there, man. So
How?
yeah, bro. Like so.
That's dope, man.
Yeah, bro. Like it's hard, bro. Like
It goes
has a
hard, bro.
style,
You can
like-
feel the passion
No,
in the
and then-
music. That's
and then
supposed.
yeah, exactly.
What translated the passion he puts in, like, damn.
And then
like,
he came out on Jimmy Fallon, I think, and he was wearing this like Louis Vuitton,
Yeah.
like Letterman
Yeah,
varsity
I remember
jacket,
that.
like, and it was hard, bro. I was like, yo, that's crazy.
He's shining a light in his
Exactly.
respected
Exactly,
field.
exactly.
It's just
Like-
beautiful thing to see, like people who come from that background and area just being put on a global spotlight.
Yeah,
It's like-
exactly. Like, and he's stepping out of his boundary of like the style that he's wearing.
Yeah,
You know
for
what I mean?
sure,
He's
bro.
wearing the Supreme. He's wearing the Louis Vuitton.
and it's also like plays into like the misconception people have of people who play that music. Oh, like the Spanish, cowboy boots
Yes.
and button up. Like, nah,
Cowboy
like these
hat,
guys
like, yeah.
are rocking some nice,
Yeah, they're
like,
influenced by
name
the street culture
brands,
and yeah,
sneakers,
like, it's-
Supreme,
exactly, like-
the Louis Vuitton collabs.
Exactly,
You know,
yeah.
all that good stuff, bro.
Yeah.
It's insane thing to think about.
Going into like my style or like the lame vintage style, that's what I want, bro. I
Yeah.
want to see different styles of clothing get put together, like, and that's the cool thing with the clothes, with vintage, and not just vintage, with thrifting itself,
Yeah,
bro. Like,
yeah.
all you got to do is just take some time, put different combinations of clothing together, and you're gonna get a sick outfit.
Most
Like,
definitely,
you know what I mean?
bro.
That's the cool
Yeah.
part about it, like.
That's crazy,
and that's
man.
how I go as far as like not on a daily, but like so I do this thing called What Am I Wearing Wednesday.
Oh yeah, I seen
So
that. I seen
every
that.
Wednesday, I've been doing this for like 130 weeks, maybe
Dang,
more, maybe
bro.
more. I lost count already, but basically it's just a little segment that I do on my Instagram where I post an outfit that I chose of the week. And I just showcase it, I just show people, oh, the top, this is the bottom, these are the shoes, the full outfit, a little pose, right? And each one is different. So what I do with that one is like, I have the idea of what character do I want to be that day?
Yeah, I got you.
Like, so then I'll be like, yo, I want to be Kanye today.
I'll
dress in like a Gap tee and like black pants, and I got my Wave Runners on, and I want to be Kanye today, or the next day I want to be Superman. So that's how I choose the outfits. I learned that from one of my homies. He goes by Clap the Bins, and he said, bro, he was like, just be a character, like whatever character you want to be, that's who you're gonna be.
Like, bro.
So it's cool, bro.
So touching back on like the actual business side of it, and that the real stuff, really, like what are some of the struggles you've came into contact or faced while doing this, starting off the vintage game?
I'll be honest, bro. The biggest thing that I've learned is I'm my biggest competitor, and I'm my biggest like challenge when it comes to it. Like, so that putting that in perspective and talking about it, it's like when I first started, I was expecting to sell, as soon as I posted a shirt, I was expecting for it to sell. And even to this day, I've had a shirt that I've had since the beginning, and it's just never sold, what I mean? But it was like, why isn't it selling, this and that. But I just had to break out of that, find more stuff, sell it, go through it. And I'm my biggest competitor. I'm my biggest challenge when it comes to it. And getting out of my own head is what it is.
Sure,
what I mean? Like staying in my own lane. But of course, looking at other people, how am I getting influenced by other people? You know what I mean? And how are they influencing me to be better? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
Because I look up to the homies, Reminisce. He's one of the biggest ones. Like, and I when I first met him, I told him, I was like, bro, I want this. I want what you have. Like, you have it all. You have the looks. You have what it takes. You have the product. And
it's an actual brand, like it's not just a store. Like, you are curating like your own brand. Reminisce, and it's name vintage, all these other vintage spots.
Exactly, bro. It's
what I mean?
Wild to say, like. And the one thing that he told me I was young to this, like I had maybe a couple months, and the one thing that he told me was, there's two reasons why you don't have what I have. And he was like, the first one is you haven't put enough hard work and effort as much as I have, and two, it's just not your time. Like, and I like took that to heart, bro. I was like, whoa.
Like, people expect to jump into everything, like, oh, and I'm gonna just jump into the vintage or shoegaze, and I'm just gonna be successful.
And I thought that. I thought I was gonna be successful off the rip. Like, that's just the way I've always been.
Yeah, you want to believe in yourself, but
exactly.
To a certain extent, you gotta also know, like, hey, when it's your time, it's your time.
Exactly. And at the same time, when I started this, I had just so I had quit Champs.
Okay.
Right back in the day, and I was gone for like 2 years, and I had just gone back to Champs.
So you had quit Champs for a while, then just went back. Like, I want to try this again.
Exactly. I had went out of my way. I had went to Midland. I had worked with HEB. I learned more stuff out of the valley. That was a cool thing. I learned stuff that wasn't from here. You know, I learned to see different. You know what I mean? Like, and when I came back, it was like, okay, I need my assistant manager job back already off the rip.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna be better than I was when I was at AAM. You know,
So much coming back with more experience.
Yeah, more passion, more to it. Yeah, bro. I really
more life experience.
Definitely, bro. Coming back to it, I really thought I was gonna retire with the company again.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But then I found this passion, this little love that I got for it. So then I started expressing it there. You know what I mean. I started telling people like, "Oh, go follow me real quick." You know, this is my Instagram. Like, and bro, it became something like that to where I got conflicted in a way where I was like, I was pushing 40, 50 hours a week, but then on top of that, I still had to do an extra 20 to manage the
go online, posting, social media management.
So at times it was hard, bro. It was like, bro, do I really want to do this?
Yeah, you come to like, man, is this really? Yeah, like, man, should I quit? Or am I doing the right thing? Am I overworking myself?
Exactly, man. I didn't know what to do for a couple months, man. Like, I was like, do I want to? the Champs job is bringing me money, it's paying for everything.
Yeah.
But I love this, you know. But this is not making money.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? Like, so it's just like, man, what am I gonna do? Like,
yeah.
But yeah, that was
what pushed you over to like, you know, I'm gonna quit Champs and I'm gonna do this full time?
The biggest thing, honestly, was I got transferred over to the Foot Action store.
Okay.
And with the Foot Action store, there was no uniform. So it allowed me to wear what I had.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So every day I was going in there dripped out, bro. You know what I mean? From head to toe. I was still rocking the sneakers that I would get there with the craziest vintage shirt possible.
That's dope, bro.
And the cool thing there was I was a manager, and then I became the store manager, and customers were always like, this guy looks the part. He knows what if
they're gonna take advice or style, it's
gonna be from me. You know what I mean? So they would come to me, oh, I need the next shoe, I need, you know, what's the hottest shoe, and then they'll be like, oh, put this outfit together for me because I'm going downtown or whatever. So then I would do that. I would put people's outfits together. So then I took that as an advantage to be like, go ahead and follow me to Lane Vintage. And that's really where I grew a lot of the following out of that store, man. And then I would tell people like, oh, okay, like you know, do you like what I'm wearing? Like, this Saturday I have a pop-up. Go to my pop-up. You can find all this stuff there for sale. Like, and I used that to my advantage, bro. Like, it was awesome for.
That's dope.
I worked there as a manager for a year. Right. And when I became the store manager, they gave me a notice that they were gonna shut down the store.
Okay.
And when I heard that they were gonna shut down the store, I completely thought, damn, I'm losing my job already. Right. 6 months down the road, I'm gonna lose my job. I have to work hard on Lane Vintage. So I did, bro. I went
like if that was your only option, bro.
I had it in my head. I don't want to do nothing else besides Lane Vintage. I want to make just as much money as a manager with Lane Vintage.
Exactly, bro.
And I did, bro. I hustled I hustled. I booked pop-ups. Sometimes it would be 4 pop-ups in a weekend, and there's only 2 days on a Saturday, Sunday. You know what I mean? And I still had my job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it was wild, bro. And we did that until I shut down the gate, and the next day it was just like, I'm Lane Vintage. You know what I mean? Like, even though I already was for 2 years, but it finally hit me like, this is it. You know what I mean? I don't want to go back. I don't want to be, you know, locked down by corporate retail. You know, I don't want to be owned by a corporate company. Like, I got the taste of freedom of making my own money.
Feels good,
you know
right?
I mean? It was
it's
awesome,
like
bro.
A shark, when you smell blood in the water, it's like, dang, like, I want more.
Dude,
like,
and that's the thing, like, being in Foot Locker, it was like that. It was, you had to be a shark to get the sales when there was commission at the time.
Exactly.
Like, you had to go out there and talk to the people, befriend them, convince them to buy the shoe, get the sale, and then you would make, I don't know, $5, $6, $10 in your pocket with that sale. You know what I mean? And it's kind of like the same thing here, but here I get the freedom to, you know, lay back and not push the people to buy it. It's on them to buy it. You know what I mean? I just show them what I have to offer.
They say, man, dope sells itself, bro.
Exactly.
Like, it's, you know, they like it or not.
Exactly.
Like,
and I'm not gonna. Back then, I did shove it down people's throat. Lane Vintage, Lane Vintage, Lane Vintage, Lane Vintage.
Now it's just
but now
like
the point is natural.
It's just
I'm the aura. I'm the walking brand, like you.
Yeah,
like you
bro.
said.
That's I see that, man. That's dope. So, going into like now transitioning from Champs to like on working solo, bro. What is some of like the, looking back at your journey, like what are some of the positives you've gotten from it?
Oh, bro. I met my wife, or I didn't meet my wife. She came in at the right time. Like, which was when I was coming down from Midland again, bro. One of my best friends was like, "Oh, bro, I'm downtown. Like, I got some girls here, like, and he was like, "Oh, she says she knows you. She calls you Bugs," and she used to call me Bugs back in middle school.
I got you.
Like, and sure enough, went straight downtown, and it happened to be her. And from that day, she just never left my sight, bro. And,
Damn. Shout out Miss Lame.
Yeah, for sure. Shout out Miss Lame. She holds it down, and Miss Lame holds it down, bro. Like, she's the one. Like, if I'm going crazy, she'll balance me out.
Yeah,
you know
put you to check.
Like,
look,
exactly.
man.
Yeah. She's like, yo, like, you did this shit for a reason. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and bro, it's like that. And man, looking back, it's the journey that I'm loving, bro.
Right.
It's the journey. I'm very happy and that I started something like this. You know what I mean? Because I never thought I would. Like I said, I was gonna retire at Foot Locker.
Yeah,
like,
that was the plan.
That was my plan.
But
you know what I mean?
There's always something in store around the corner, bro. You never know.
Like, and who would have known? Like, and all the people that I've met through this journey is wild. And all the knowledge I've learned, and I've learned to be a way better person. You know what I mean? I hope to say that I am humble, you know what I mean, and respectful and everything to anybody that walks into my presence.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I want them to feel that. I want them to feel what I feel. That's the thing. Like, I want them to feel free and everything like that, because I think I am, man.
I see that,
I feel
bro.
like I'm free. I'm
doing
not
what
cold.
you love to do, and
exactly,
like,
bro.
you know,
Like,
nobody telling you otherwise.
not at all, man. And
living under your own sky. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly, man. And yeah, man. So the journey for sure is the biggest positive thing that I can say. Like,
that's cool, bro.
it.
Well, man, props to you and everybody else doing
Thank
this
you.
whole vintage game, bro. Like, it's a culture in its own that's starting to grow, and a lot of people are starting to. There's a lot more light being shed on it.
It is.
Now.
It really is, man.
So,
And it's crazy that you say that, because I mean, yeah, I don't have a lot of years, but the time that I have put in, bro, the people that follow me, they're calling me the GOAT now.
Yeah,
they're
bro, it's a trip.
They're putting me on a pedestal. And
to
I'm
be like at the point where you were, and then all right, now I'm that guy.
Yeah,
like that
and
people are coming to.
Like I said, and that's
like
why
going back to that conversation you said with reminiscence. That like you haven't put the time in and the work, and it's not your time.
Yeah.
2-3 years down the road, you put all that time in.
It probably is my time.
It might be, you know what I'm saying? Like,
but
it's living in your truth right now.
It really is, man. It really is. So it's cool to be in that position, man. And I just want to be a little hope for someone to be inspired, man. And you know, because let me tell you the story of why I call it lame vintage.
Okay, let's hear it.
Like, so the story, everybody says, why lame? Like, that's so bad. Like, you're calling yourself lame. Like, but in reality, I made lame cool. I made the word lame cool.
That's a trip to think about, right? An uncool word cool.
I made it cool. And the reason why I called it that was, bro, take this back 10, 13, 15 years back in high school.
Yeah.
I was the weird kid with, you know, checkered Vans, skinny jeans, a Slipknot shirt, and like the emo haircut. You know what I mean? Like, and I had people telling me, like, you're lame, like, for dressing like that. Like, wear baggy clothes, wear like a cool shirt, like, you know. And like, even like my mom would be like, oh, you need to dress in like Tommy Hilfiger and like this and that. Like,
that doesn't conform to what society's saying you should dress like.
Exactly.
You know
You know what I mean? So I always called myself lame. You know, when I on my Facebook, I would put lame Manny. Like, that was my name, Lame Manny. Like, and sure enough, bro, when I started the page, I broke my head for like a good day. Like, what am I gonna call this that I'm starting?
It only made sense, man.
You know what I mean? Like, and people have like cool names, you know, this and that. Reminisce, like, his is a breakdown of words to like reminisce. Yeah. But he has menace in his name too at the same time. Like, so he played his words out, you know. The homie Lazarus out in Brownsville as well, like. And so yeah, man, like I broke my head around, and finally I was like, you know what, just call it lame vintage. Like, keep it myself, keep it lame, you know what I mean? La, la, la. And yeah, man, and I kept showing the people the outfits, and I kept showing them how cool. I guess I don't want to say I'm cool, but I thought I was cool.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? That's why I do the every time I do a little intro on my story, I do a little spin. Like, it's fun. It's funny.
Signature,
like, it's
signature lame content, bro.
Exactly,
like,
man. Like, and I'm always like, "Hey, what's up, guys? Lame vintage here." Like, I just want the energy there, bro.
Exactly,
like,
bro.
And so that's the reason why I call it lame vintage, because it's me. Like, it's still me. It's always gonna be me. Like, and it's gotten to the point where I'm no longer Manny. Like, my name's not Manny no more.
Not Manny anymore, bro.
My name's Lame.
It's like when Spider-Man turned into Venom, and like, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Like,
you're now lame vintage,
exactly,
bro.
Man. Yeah. And I love that you put it like that, bro, because that's how I see it. Like, I'm the Spider-Man. You know what I mean? I used to be Peter Parker, but I'm Spider-Man now. You know what I mean? Yeah, bro. Like,
that's funny, bro.
And it's crazy, bro. Spider-Man's my favorite character.
Yeah,
you know, he's my favorite superhero, and it's crazy, bro, just to be able to be, like I said, just to be in this position and to talk the way I'm saying everything.
Yeah. You have a story to tell, bro.
I have a story to tell,
It's been a long journey, and, you know, appreciate you coming out here and talking with us live, man. It's dope, bro.
For sure.
Any words of wisdom to the youth or anybody out there trying to do what you're doing? Any advice that you'd give? Matter of fact, what would you tell 12-year-old Manny right now if you could talk to 12-year-old Manny?
If I could tell my young self something, just don't be afraid. Take the leap of faith. Like, do it. Just like Nike said, just do it. Like, you know what I mean? Go out there, get out of your comfort. Like, put yourself in a uncomfortable position to be comfortable.
I got you.
Like,
Yeah.
because that was the only way for me to get through it. Like,
You gotta be comfortable.
I had to be uncomfortable.
You gotta be comfortable with being uncomfortable.
Yes,
You know
and
what
it
I'm saying?
became comfortable. You know what I mean? Like I said, I was pushing. Dude, I would, like, I'm not gonna lie, I would work 60, 70 hours in a week, man.
I feel you,
and
man.
it was tough, bro. It played a role on my relationship. It
Yeah,
played a role on
it's gonna test you,
mental
bro.
health.
It
You know what I
tests
mean?
you.
It did. It
Yeah.
was. And like I said, I just got to the point where now, bro, I'm not gonna lie, today I had a schedule to go work and source, but I said, I'm gonna relax. I'm gonna take a chill.
Let's recoup, regroup.
Exactly.
Let's get your mind right.
I chilled at the house all day because
It's finding
I
that
can.
balance.
Because
Yeah.
I can. You know what I mean?
Because you can't. That's
Exactly.
the even better part.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
and I'm like I said, I'm blessed to be able to be in the position that I am, and yeah, I could work all day tomorrow. You know what I mean? And then the next day I'm just gonna chill. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, but of course I can't. Like, I'm gonna go hard every day,
single day, man.
Every
Yeah,
day.
every day you wake up, it's a blessing
Yeah.
to, you know.
It's-
Not a lot of people got to wake up today, you know.
No,
so
not at all.
That's
not
the
at all.
drive
Yeah.
that, you know, we as creators got to have, like, bro, like,
Definitely.
we have an opportunity to do something different today.
And you know, even giving a little bit of inspiration back again, it's not easy. Like,
Yeah.
it may seem easy. Like, I may make it seem easy, like on my Instagram and my stories and my posts, but bro, this is hard work. I'm working
Yeah.
24/7.
Yeah,
Like,
man.
I'm on my phone consistently, talking to customers, you know, measuring shirts, taking pictures, you know, and researching stuff.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
The joke in the vintage world is you quit your 9 to 5 to work 24/7. Like,
That's really how it is,
Really
though,
how
I
it is.
bet,
Yeah.
man.
Like, and yeah, man. So it's not easy.
Yeah.
But if you work your butt off and, you know, you get comfortable in a way, it becomes easy. It becomes simple.
Yeah.
And yeah, like I said, I'm happy to be in the position where I have a shop where people go to, you know, I have the website's going, you know, I have a website where people can go whenever they like, you know, and I always tell everybody, yo, my DMs are open. Like,
Yeah.
if you want to talk, you need info, you need a simple conversation, the DMs are open. You know
That's
what I mean?
awesome,
Like,
bro.
Because I know how it is, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
you just want information, like.
That's crazy,
And
man.
it wasn't handed to me. Like, I had to learn everything that I learned on my own. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? I had to ask questions.
And that's the beautiful part about it. Step on the other side and see how far you've came and like, yeah, like, I made that happen, right?
Mm-hmm.
I went out of my way to dictate the direction that my life's
It
going.
really is. Yeah, it really
You know
is.
what I mean? It
Yeah.
speaks something more volumes, bigger than what, like, vintage or even anything. It speaks as you as a person,
Mm-hmm. It
or
really
us
is,
as people.
dude.
like,
And
you know what I
it's
mean?
not about vintage clothes. Yeah, I have a cool shirt on and this and that, but bro, at the same time, like, this shirt was gonna, if I didn't find this shirt or whatever, it was gonna get ripped into shreds and it was gonna get shipped down to third world countries, Brazil or whatever, and gonna get thrown in a landfill.
Yeah,
you know what I
man.
mean? So at the same time, like, I feel like I have to do something for the environment and you know, I guess just like my collective conscience of, like, I guess I'm doing something good for Earth,
mankind.
you know, mankind
Yeah,
itself.
yeah.
Like, what is my purpose?
Manny.
Like, mankind. Yeah, bro. Like,
alter ego. Yeah.
Exactly.
Kill the
like,
light bulb.
dude, but yeah, man, like, it helps me too, because yeah, bro, not everyone wants to wear ripped jeans, ripped shirts. You know what I mean? But I know if I can get a couple wears out of this, make it look cool.
It served its purpose.
It served its purpose. You know what I
Yup.
mean? So what is my purpose behind it? Like, and that was my biggest thing. Like, my purpose that I've learned now is I'm a people person, and I just want to have the conversations. Like, I want to know what you're about. What have you been through? What are you going through? You know what I mean? And how am I going to make a difference in your life?
That's dope.
Like, that's really what it is,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Like, and dude, yeah, shout out one of my favorite customers, and he's a friend now. He goes by Zero. And I met him a couple months ago, bro. Super shy, very timid, you know, but he had a crazy style. And I was like, dude, like, I complimented him. I was like, dude, that's sick. I was like, you're lame, bro. Like, you're definitely lame. Like, and dude, sure enough, I don't know, somehow, like, he liked it. Like, and he kept coming back. And he kept, you know, coming back for more, bro. Another t-shirt. And I would hook him up. All right, here you go, bro. And I would see him wear it. Like, until now, bro, he's posting these outfits like every week when I'm doing my What Am I Wearing Wednesday.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm like, bro, like, I know for sure I did an impact on him.
Dude, you're inspiring people without even knowing. Just you being you.
Dude, I didn't know.
Yeah,
Like, I really didn't know that I did that impact until a couple months ago. Like, and to where he himself started calling himself lame. And I'm like, Dude, yeah,
we're doing this.
Exactly,
we're making this shit cool.
Yeah, and I was like, dude, you have to be lamer than I am at this point, bro. But he's killing it, bro. That's the homie.
Dope.
Like, shout out Zero.
That's a dope story,
yeah,
bro.
Dude, it's awesome, bro. And if I can have more of him, you know, like making impacts on people's life like that I did my job. You know what I mean?
Bro,
I did
that's
my
what it's
job.
all about,
It
bro.
doesn't matter about the dollar that's in my pocket, the money that I make today. I could spend it tonight.
Yeah.
And
it's something bigger than that.
It really is,
It's
bro.
a bigger picture behind it.
It
and
really
to be able to step on the outside and look back in and see, it's just like, wow.
And that's why I could say, I've tried to humble myself, and I've tried to make this a bigger passion, and I've tried to make this what the purpose, like what is the real purpose behind why I started this.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, clothes is cool, money's cool, this and that, but the people. It's the people. Like,
Yeah, bro. It's dope.
It's wild, man.
It's deep, bro.
It
It's
is.
deep, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm about to cry.
Quiere llorar.
Definitely.
Let's do it,
Bro, yes.
Bro, this is a dope conversation, man. What's your message to the world, man?
Love one another. Just show each other love. You know, try to make some jokes, make people smile. You know, you never know what anybody's going through. You know, and if you could just make someone smile, get them out of what their thought process is, befriend them, and make people smile, laugh, and show love, give people a hug. Like,
Dude, that's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Really
Where can they follow you on social media? They
you
wanted
can
to follow
me
you
on Lame Vintage, lame_vintage on Instagram. Same thing on TikTok. Probably have a Facebook.
Probably.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I have a website, same thing, lamevintage.com. It's all Lame Vintage. So yeah, lamevintage.com. And if you're in the McAllen, the Valley area, 956, we have a shop right here downtown McAllen, 301 North Main Street, above the Birdie Bistro, Reminisce Vintage. That's what it is, Suite 6. And go visit the Lame Room, guys. It's pretty fun.
Awesome. Lame Room. Y'all check it out. Make sure you go follow them on all platforms. That's pretty much all the time we got, bro. I appreciate you stopping by and chopping it up with us and everybody else tuning in on Facebook Live,
thank you guys.
YouTube Live, Soundgarden app. Very special guest, good friend of mine, and it's also the very first episode of the new rebranded Wave 3 Radio, The Wave. So again, same face, different name. We're going to be bringing you awesome content behind the scenes on every show, fights, the fashion world. We got a lot of stuff coming for you guys. And again, tune in next week, 8:30.
Stay lame.